Hey guys, I'm back with another edition of MTG Diagnosis. This is Dr. Mario, Doctor by day, Magic the Gathering by night, Mario. And today we're going to open up Edge of Eternities, the new set from Magic the Gathering from Wizards of the Coast. I lost my X-Acto knife, whatever it's called, the straight razor, so I'm just going to use my keys to open up this box. I really didn't research this at all. I know there is Shocklands in here, so I know there's Shocklands. There are new space stations, so this is space themed. And you can use your space stations as commanders. Tezzeret, he's a planeswalker in this set. Looking forward to that. Here's the different archetypes if you're drafting. I think there's 30 cards in each booster, in each play booster. There's also collector boosters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so there's 30 packs each play booster. You can draft or you can crack packs like I do and collect them. I did not play this set at pre-release. This box is from Vanguard Skills and Hyannis. That's their website, Vanguard Tabletop Gaming. Tuesdays through Sundays, noon to 10 p.m. But actually, they go until whenever they're done with their tournaments. Friday Night Magic usually goes sometimes until midnight. So don't be surprised if you go play. Very player-friendly atmosphere. Lots of cool people there. So I'm going to put these packs to the side. Actually, I'll put them up here so you can see what we're dealing with. And let's get to it. Here's our commons, uncommons, uncommon. Ooh, all right. We got some kind of special art for this Thespian stage. Land becomes a copy of target land, except it has this ability too. Nice. Singularity Rupture is our rare, and Depressurization is our foil. So every pack has a foil. Tell me what you guys think about this set. If you like it, have you played it? If you like the whole space station theme, here's the lander. There's a lander card token. Here's our commons. You can stop at any time. Here's our uncommons. And oh, here we go. We got a uncommon spacecraft. Yeah, station. Station is an ability where you tap other creatures to put charge counters on it. When it gets to a certain amount of charge counters, it becomes a creature and has abilities. So this is an uncommon spacecraft here. And ooh, Sister Secundi Void Altar. So this is our first mythic. It's a planet. This land, it's a land, so it's a planet. Enters tapped. Tap for a black station, so you can tap creatures to put charge counters equal to the creature's power. And then if you get 12 counters or more on this, 1 in a black, pay 2 life, and sacrifice a creature. You draw a card equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Activate only as a sorcery. Great draw engine. Really like that card. If you watch Command Zone, you can see that card in play. Jimmy Warren was playing with that card, so did some work for him. Ooh, sorry, this is the full art land. Those are pretty cool. If you get the bundle, you get 2 of each full art land in foil and unfoiled. So regular and foil. Here's our uncommons. And possibility technician is our rare. It's a Kavu, 2 in a red for a 3/3. Whenever this creature or another Kavu you control enters, exile the card of your library. For as long as that card remains exiled, you may play it if you control a Kavu. And Warp. Warp is a new ability where you can cast this card for usually a lesser cost, warp cost, and then you exile this creature at the beginning of the end step, and then you can cast it later on, so for its regular cost. So you get basically 2 cards in one. Drone, lander. These are commons. These are uncommons. And our rare is Anti-Causal Vestige. It's an Eldrazi. Oh, there's Eldrazi in this set. 6 for a 7/5. When this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. And it has Warp 4, so you cast it for its Warp. Leaves the battlefield at the end of the turn, and you get to do that ability, and then you do it another time if it dies. So hopefully we can get Tezzeret, cool, whatever, captain or something. Lander tokens. I think lander tokens are important for this set. What's a lander token? Sacrifice 2 to sacrifice this token. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Helps with the ramp. Here's our commons. Uncommons. Yeah, another Anti-Causal Vestige. Oh, there's a worm. Oh, we got a foil land there. Full art land. Sweet. Sweet forest. And there's a worm in this set. So this creature enters you, gain 2 life, and you can warp it. So I have a worm. I have a worm commander deck, so that's actually not bad. Might go into that worm commander deck because there's a lot of crappy worms from the beginning of Magic's history. So might get finally get some good lands, or good worms, I should say. Put that inside. Uncommons. Ooh, Eternity Elevator. What's this? 5 for a legendary artifact, a spacecraft. Tap, add 3 colorless. Station 20 plus charge counters. Tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of charge counters on the Eternity Elevator. What? Are you crazy? I mean, it's a lot to get 20 plus counters, but I mean, if you have a deck with proliferate, it'll probably work for that. Oh, a Leviathan. Oh, there's Leviathans in this set. Did not know that. Robot Lander. And go through our commons. Pinnacle Kill Ship, huh? Uncommon, spacecraft, uncommon, 4 uncommons, and then Mutinous Massacre, sorry. Choose odd or even. Destroy each creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste until end of turn. This could be a win con. Mouth of the Storm and Elemental. Let's just go straight to the good stuff. Oh, Illumin class frigate. 1 and a white for station. 2 plus other creatures you control get +1/+1. 12 plus flying lifelink for a 3/5. Nice. 2. And then you have these uncommons. Human craft. Yeah, so there's a lot of spacecrafts in this set. Hopefully we can get Tezzeret. I would love to get Tezzeret. And these full art lands look gorgeous. Commons, uncommons, Saurian Dirgecraft. Oh, breeding pool. Oh, got 2 commons in this pack. Two rares. Memnon the right hand and breeding pool, which is our shock lands. So nice. Jellyfish Advisor. That's an artifact commander. Common, uncommons. Rare is Sledge Class Siege Ship. 3 for station spaceship artifact. You have to station 7 and flying whenever this spacecraft attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Wow, that's a strong ability. And then, another rare, Sunset Saboteur, Menace, 1 in a black, 4/1 Menace, ward discard a card. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature an opponent controls. Wow. I mean, this is a 4/1 for 2. Human Rogue. Put a +1/+1 counter on one of your opponent's creatures. They're probably going to block it and kill it because it's a 4/1. But if they have no creatures, then make sure to keep their board clean. Okay. Suifit Osteoharmonist. Osteoharmonist. Okay. Tap, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield as a skeleton in addition to its other types and has no abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. That's a good card. If you watch Command Zone, you'll see Jimmy Wong pilot that. That's his commander. Ooh, full art land. Drones and robots. Landers, drones, and robots. These are tokens. New token types. Oh, you got a sliver token. Nice. I think there's only 1 card in this set that has anything to do with slivers. I'm not sure. Somebody can say something in the comments. Let me know. Uncommon. Rare is Sunstar Chaplain. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 2, remove a 1/1 counter from a creature you control. Tap target artifact or creature. Nice. Here, bam, let's get our uncommons. Whoa, that's a lot of uncommons there. Ancient Tome, nice. I think that's a good, tap for 2 colorless. This land deals 2 damage to you. This is a good commander card. Nice. That's a hit. That's worth something. Rare is Pain for All, 2 in a red for enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. That's a great enchantment. That's what you want creature enchantments to do, basically, because it's, there's removal, so you can remove a creature. If you have an enchantment like an aura, you might have some good ability like that where it's actually doing damage when it comes into play, and then it does damage later on. So enchantments, auras that do stuff when they come into play are way better than auras that do nothing when they come into play. That's a generalization, but it's true. Uncommon. Rare, Stomping Grounds. All right, so we got a Shockland, nice. Ragos, Deft Gastronaut. This is a Lobster Citizen. 1 in a red for a 2/2 artifacts you control or foods in addition to their other types, and have 2 sacrifice. 1 tap, sacrifice a food. Ragos deals 3 damage to each opponent. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained life this turn, untap Ragos. Nice. Lobster deck, huh? This thing, red-white lobster deck. Pretty good box so far. We got an Ancient Tomb. Got a couple of Shocklands. There are commons, uncommons here. And Emissary Escort, rare. 1 in the blue for 0/4. This creature gets +X/+0, where X is the greatest mana among other artifacts you control. Robot Soldier. Oh, Requiem Monolith. So this is another rare. 2 in a black. Tap until end of turn. Target creature gains. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, you draw that many cards and lose that much life. This creature's controller may have this artifact deal 1 damage to it. Activate only as a sorcery. Ah, damn, only as a sorcery. Well, I mean, you can deal 1 damage to it, and then it does. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's not great. That's why it's a rare, not a mythic. But it's actually a pretty good ability to help with card draw. And honestly, it might actually help with some CEDH decks, because drawing cards is like the #1. And if you have if you're playing CEDH, you want your deck to be able to draw lots of cards. Ooh, Terminal Velocity. What's this? 4 red. You may put an artifact or creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That permanent gains haste. When this permanent leaves the battlefield, deals damage equal to its mana value to each creature. And at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this permanent. Nice. So you want something with a big old creature, some big mana cost. Get it out of your hand, and so that's a good sorcery there. It's a board wipe, but it also can do a lot of damage. It could be a board wipe. Munitions, huh? These are commons, uncommons here. Cosmoglyph. All right, so there's a Lugolf, Elemental Lugolf, Tarmogoyf, Cosmoglyph. 2. That's a low casting cost, which is good. This creature's power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to 1 plus that number. Black and green, so this would go into the Tarmogoyf. That's what's her name? Rissa, Nissa, not Nissa. Ugh, there's that Tarmogoyf commander. Ooh, nice land there. It's a gem commander deck. If you watch one of my other videos, explain that I made it and upgraded it. So commons, uncommons, and a rare. Ooh, a spacecraft rare. When the spacecraft enters, it deals damage equal to the number of artifacts you control to target creature and opponent controls. And station 6+, it's a 4/3 flying 3. Not bad, actually. This would be good in limited draft. It's a good, has removal and can become a flying creature. Lander. Commons. Uncommons. Ooh. Ooh. Full art borderless watery grave. Nice. That is pretty. And then consult the star charts. Kicker, look at top X cards of your library. It's an instant Ooh, okay, instance. Okay, blue instance. All right, these usually blue instance from Magic. You have to read those because they have a place in a lot of formats, including traditional formats like modern, and sometimes you might even find a card in a new set that breaks into vintage. So, one in a blue for kicker. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. Put one of those cards into your hand. If this spell was kicked, put two of those cards into your hand instead. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, nice. That's a good card for a card draw, especially in blue. Might, whenever this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets X plus X. X to this creature's power. Well, not a bad uncommon. So you can have 2 to draw a card instant speed, or you can tap 4 to draw 2 cards. Depending on how many lands you have. Oh, Godless Shrine, another shock land here. Ooh, Othos Titanic God Core. So here's another planet card station. 12 plus tap, add blue for each artifact you control. So this is an artifact, Bygone Colossus. It's a land for artifact decks. It's one of the archetype sub-themes is artifacts. Commons, uncommons here. Ooh, another Watery Grave. Wow, we're getting a lot of shock lands. Oh, here's our another mythic. We didn't. Is that a second mythic or third? I'm not sure. Cosmogrand Zenith. It depends. Do you think Ancient Tomb is a mythic? Yeah. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, choose one. Create 2 1/1 human soldier tokens. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Damn. Those are 2 good abilities, and 3 for this 2/4. 2/4s are hard to kill because it has 4 more toughness, which can survive a lightning bolt or a shock or those kinds of removal spells. Commons, uncommons here. Terra Symbiosis. Okay, enchantment. 2 and a green. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this only once each turn. Nice. That is a good ability. Okay, Infinite Guide Station. So this is spacecraft, all colors. When it enters, create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token for each multicolored permanent you control. Flying 12 plus. When it attacks, draw a card for each multicolored permanent you control. Nice. Nice. It's a multi. Oh my gosh, another Othos Titanic God Core in foil. You got a foil swamp. This is a good play booster box. Like it. Like this set, especially since the lands have they have shock lands. Commons, uncommons here. And our rares: Moonlit Meditation, enchantment, enchant artifact or creature you control for 3. The first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. First time you create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Oh, so your tokens become whatever you enchant with this. So if you make like treasure tokens or clue tokens, they become copies of this. Tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Wow. And you can enchant a land? Oh no, it says artifact or creature you control. But you can enchant, you can make copies of your soul rings. So your treasures become soul rings. It's a good card. Moonlit Meditation. You can have a lot of fun with that. Enchant something that has enter the battlefield effects, and whenever, just don't enchant legendary. Uncommon. There's our rare. Or dragon. Okay, Nova Hellkite. 3 red for flying haste 4/5. When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Warp for 2 in a red, so you may cast it for its wipe cost. The creature be in the next end step, then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. Okay. The fact that it has haste. Wait, so you get to cast this for, you cast it for 3 for flying haste 4/5. Flying, do 4 damage. It deals 1 damage to a creature. It disappears. Then you can cast it for 5 later on for it to stay permanent on the battlefield. That's pretty good. These full art lands are pretty nice too. Alright, again, I don't know if we're going to get a Tezzeret. I mean, we got an Ancient Tomb, so can't complain about that. Our uncommons here, and our rare is Starwinder. Leviathan, another Leviathan, nice. 5 blue for a 7/7. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Warp for 2 blue. Nice. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many. That's any creature. So if you have like 3 creatures do damage to a opponent, draw that many cards. Wow. That's pretty good. That's a good draw card draw. Lander. Uncommons here. Rust Harvester. 1 red for a 1/1 menace. Creature robot. 2 tap, exile an artifact card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Then it deals that much. Deals damage equal to its power to any target. Now I see why it's rare, because it does damage to any target. For every time you put a 1, every time you use that ability. But you have to exile an artifact from your graveyard, so if you don't have any artifacts in your graveyard, it's not going to work. Commons here. Uncommons. Rare. Asteli Reclaimer. Angel Warrior. 3 white for an Angel Warrior. 5/4 flying. When this creature enters, return target non-creature, non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this creature. Warp through 2 in a white, so you do it once and then do it again. Nice. Last 3 packs. I'm not complaining about this box. This is what we're looking for. Almonds, uncommons here. Ooh, Shambling Vent, whatever that is. This land enters tapped. Tap for a white and a black, or black. 1 white black until end of turn. This land becomes a 2/3 white and black elemental creature with lifelink. It's still a land. Lands that turn into creatures. Oh, here we go. A rare. The Seriema. 1 white for a spacecraft. When this enters, search your library for a legendary creature card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Station 7+, counters, flying. Other legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Wow, nice. Indestructible, one of the best abilities in Magic. That's our uncommons here. Oh yeah, we got him. We got Tezzeret, the Cruel Captain. 3 for 4 loyalty. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. 0, untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. -3, search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then -7, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. So it makes its own army. So nice. All right, we did get Tezzeret. That's Tezzeret. It was in the second to last pack. He's a cool captain, is he? Alright, our uncommons and a rare. Genomorph Imago. Green and a blue for a 1/3 flying landfall. Whenever land you control enters, target creature has base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. If you control 6 or more lands, that creature has base power and toughness 6/6 until end of turn instead. Nice. It's good for draft and sealed and landfall decks. All right, so here's what we got here. So we'll put Tezzeret in the front, that in the front. These are our lands. We'll put those down. Put our lands down. So here's another mythic, rare, mythic. Here's another mythic. Put our shock lands down. Another shock land. Ancient Tomb. Commons. Rares. Another shock land. Commons. Another full art land. Commons. The full art land. Another mythic. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, six mythics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 rares. 6 mythics, 30 rares. Not including 5 shock lands. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full art lands, 2 are foil. Now, like I said, if you get the bundle boxes, you'll get full art lands. You'll get 2 of each of the full art lands in non-foil as well as foil. So if you're looking to get those full art lands, you want to get the bundle boxes, because that's the most bang for your buck for full art lands. Or you can get them off of at your local game store like Vanguard, or off of a website like Card Kingdom or TCG Player. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this box. Did you like Sakura Secundi, Tezzeret, Ancient Tomb? I mean, we gotta show that Ancient Tomb again. I mean, look at that. That planet's getting like eaten away. And then we got 2 Uthros, Titanic God Core, and Tezzeret. So got a artifact theme going on there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you guys next time.